Pacific Beach is not just one neighborhood. It may look simple from the outside, but once you live here, you realize every pocket has its own personality. It changes street by street, block by block, and sometimes the difference between one area and another is only a few minutes by distance, but completely different in feel. I've lived in Pacific Beach for more than 20 years. And in this series, I'm breaking down the neighborhood for you from the perspective of a longtime local. Neighborhood by neighborhood, I'm going to spotlight the specific pockets of Pacific Beach and talk about what they actually feel like, what makes them special, and what qualities you might not really understand until you've spent a lot of time here. If you're visiting Pacific Beach, thinking about moving here, or considering buying a home here, this series is designed to help you understand which part of PB fits you best. Today, I'm starting out with one of my favorite areas in North Pacific Beach, the Kate Sessions and Los Altos Loop neighborhoods. This one's especially personable for me because I've lived here for close to a decade, and I'm shooting this video while looking out my home office window at views of Mission Bay and the downtown skyline. So this isn't research, this is lived experience. And for clarity, when I talk about this part of North PB, I'm talking about the area west of Kate Sessions Elementary School, north of Beryl Street, bounded by Foothill Boulevard on the southwest and out to Cardeno Drive, that pocket some people call Castle Hill. What makes this pocket so interesting is that even within this relatively small area, the feel changes in very noticeable ways. The southern section between Beryl and Malden Street feels a little bit more like the typical residential areas of Pacific Beach. It's quieter than the core of PB, but you still feel connected to that Pacific Beach, heart of PB vibe once you get off the hill. The sizes of the lots are typical and the houses are typical of that area. You still feel that Southern California beach town vibe. As you move around Monmouth and Windsor Drives and then farther up north to Yost and Vicky Drives, the atmosphere starts to change. It becomes quieter and a little more suburban in feel. The lots and the houses tend to be bigger in this area. Then you get to the Los Altos Loop, just west of Kate Sessions Park Trails area, and that is one of the most tucked away and peaceful pockets of North Pacific Beach. It's extremely quiet, out of the way, and a private feeling with lots of big lots and homes. That's really the trade-off of this part of PB. The quieter and more removed you get, the less walkable it may be, and the less you may feel like you're right in the middle of the heart of Pacific Beach. But practically speaking, we're not talking about a huge distance. It may only take a couple extra minutes to get where you want to go, but the lifestyle and the feel is different, and that matters. Because when people say they want to live in Pacific Beach, they don't always mean the same thing. Some people want to feel close to the core of PB, all the action and the nightlife and the excitement. Others want the views, the peace, and the space, and a more residential setting will still have everything that PB offers right at their fingertips. This area gives you that range. One of the biggest advantages here is the proximity to Kate Sessions Park. That is a huge quality of life feature, and for a lot of people, Kate Sessions Park is one of the crown jewels of Pacific Beach. I would certainly say it's one of the best views in town. Definitely one of the best places to watch the 4th of July fireworks. The open space and elevation create spectacular panoramic views covering miles of coastline, the bay, downtown skyline, Coronado, and even Mexico. And because of that elevation and positioning, this area has also become some of the highest value non-waterfront property in Pacific Beach. Most recently, we had a development on Gordon Lane. The development produced 14 large lots. The westerly ones, huge, just drop-dead views. Those sold for between $5 and $7.25 million, and the property came from the sale of a city water reservoir. It's also worth mentioning this area is served by top-ranked public schools: Pacific Beach and Kate Sessions Elementaries, Pacific Beach Middle School, and Mission Bay High School. Students in these clusters have access to the prestigious International Baccalaureate, or IB program. It's only available at a handful of San Diego schools. Insights I want to share with you and why I'm creating this series. Because on paper, all of this is just called Pacific Beach, but in real life, these micro areas live very differently. One street may feel more central and classically PB, the other may feel quiet and elevated and almost hidden away. Another may offer big views and prestige with a price tag to match, and even another may be better for somebody who wants the convenience and a strong, walkable connection to the shops, restaurant, and bars that line Garnett and Grand Avenues and make up the PB business district. If you're thinking of living in Pacific Beach, these are the differences that matter. In future episodes, I'm going to keep breaking Pacific Beach down into very specific areas, sometimes all the way down to a particular street or even a block, so that you can get a true local's understanding of what each part of PB is really like. The goal is simple: to help you understand which part of PB best fits your lifestyle and your priorities and your vision of the dream. If you want a real local's view of Pacific Beach, you're in the right place. Please subscribe and follow along for more. Let me know your favorite areas of Pacific Beach, anything I missed about this part of North PB, or where you think I should go next with this series. Thanks for sharing your thoughts.